Many organizational performance improvement initiatives fail not because of technical or operational problems, but due to ethical and cultural misalignment within the organization. Even well-planned strategies can feel resistance when employees feel disconnected from the organization's values and ethical direction. Organizational culture plays a crucial role in shaping employee behavior. It is formed through shared values, beliefs, norms, and ethical standards that guide how employees think, communicate, and perform their daily tasks. These cultural elements influence decision-making and employee attitude toward change. However, when new ethical standards or corporate values are introduced without proper employee involvement, employees may perceive these changes as a threat to their existing practices and identity. This perception often leads to resistance such as reduced commitment, low morale, or unwillingness to accept new policies. Additionally, during organizational integration, differences in management styles, communication methods, and workplace conventions often clash. When these differences are not managed effectively, they can result in mistrust, poor collaboration, and internal conflict among employees. The main objective of this article review is to examine ethical culture resistance and organizational culture clash during organizational integration. Especially, this study aims to identify the factors that contribute to employee resistance toward newly introduced ethical values. In addition, it examines the causes of culture clash arising from differences in organizational values, leadership styles, and communication patterns. Finally, this study proposes practical recommendations to help organizations manage ethical culture implementation and cultural integration more effectively. In order to improve employee acceptance and organizational performance.
Hi, my name is Nur Alisa. Okay, for this part, I will talk about the issues in an organization. Actually, there are many issues that are related to workplace that can affect productivity and efficiency. Some common problems include low employee involvement, weak leadership, and lack of training. Besides that, differences between generations can also create misunderstanding and cultural conflicts at work. Next is communication issue. In company, communication is very important at all levels. So, if communication is not effective, I believe that employees may feel less engaged and teamwork will affected. But when the organization has a positive culture, communication becomes better and leadership performance also will improve. So, for this point, I focus on multinational organizational culture. In Malaysia, especially in manufacturing companies, many organizations apply Japanese practices like Kaizen. Actually, these practices are good because they encourage discipline and continuous improvement. However, they can also create pressure and reduce flexibility for Malaysian employees. So leaders must try to balance the both cultures. Moving next to a reward system. A reward system is important because it helps to motivate employees and make them feel appreciated. When rewards are fair and transparent, usually employees are more motivated and loyal to the company. But we must remember it not only financial rewards, but recognition and career development also play a big role in improving job satisfaction. Organizational training. Training is not just about improving skill, but also employee well-being. Personally, good training can increase confidence, reduce stress, and improve performance. However, the training must be relevant and well planned, otherwise, it may not give a good impact to the employees. Thank you.
Now let's dig into the overview of the issues, which is resistant to ethical and corporate values. Ethical culture is meant to guide acceptable behavior within organization, while corporate values emphasize integrity, transparency, and responsibility. But however, resistance happen when these values are clearly stated in policies but not practiced in daily work. This creates a gap between the organization say and what employees actually experience, such as resistance is commonly found in hierarchical and compliance-driven organizations where rules exist but ethical behavior is not consistently demonstrated. Now we might be wondering what the causes of resistance. Okay, there are several key causes of resistance to ethical culture. First, strong hierarchy discourage employee from questioning leader even when the unethical behavior occur. Second, employee often avoid conflict and whistleblowing due to the fear of retaliation. And another causes is leadership failure, where leaders do not role model ethical values in their action. Ethics may also be seen as a symbolic rather than real, meaning the values only exist on paper. Additionally, incentive systems often reward performance over integrity, which send the wrong message. As a result, low trust develop and employees are less willing to speak up ethically. Resistance to ethical culture has a serious effect on organization. So let's see how it affects organization. First, one major impact is low employee engagement and commitment, as employees feel disconnected from organizational values. Second, leadership credibility is also reduced because leaders are seen as inconsistent or untrustworthy. Third, employees may experience increased stress and poor well-being due to ethical conflict and fear of speaking up. And then the last one, finally, job performance and motivation decline, which can negatively affect overall organization effectiveness.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurfahini binti Baharudin. Today, I would like to present about current solution and practical recommendation. First is leadership transformation. Leader play an important role in guiding employee and shaping organization value. Good leader shows self-awareness and actively involve employee at all levels. This can help reduce job stress, job overload, and turnover intention, especially in Malaysian industry. Next is communication. Open and honest communication between leaders and employees helps to build trust, improve teamwork, and reduce mistakes. When leaders communicate clearly and work closely with employee, job performance can improve and turnover intention can be reduced. Another important factor is employee well-being. Employees who experience good well-being are more motivated, committed, and productive. Many employees, especially Gen Z, prefer jobs that offer work-life balance, flexible working hours, and fair salaries. Poor well-being can cause stress, burnout, and low job performance. Next, practical recommendation. First is embracing new ways of thinking. Organizations should encourage new ideas and innovative thinking. This helps employees to adapt to change, reduce conflict, and create a positive working environment that support culture organization. Next, embedding ethics in organization culture. Ethics should be a part of decision making and employee behavior. An ethic organization culture can reduce conflict, improve teamwork, and become competitive advantage for the organization. In conclusion, organization culture has a strong impact on job performance. Positive culture with good communication, teamwork, and support can increase employee motivation and productivity. Therefore, organizations must focus on build a positive ethical culture to achieve their goals effectively.